She walks like Sunday morning, but her shadow's made of steel. Eyes like painted windows, hiding everything she feels. No one sees the echoes of the night she can't forget. A past that wears a perfume, a sin in silk and sweat. Every laugh a little lie, every glance a thin disguise. She's dancing on a wire of the truth she tries to hide. There are crimes behind a smile, whispers buried in her style, kisses with a loaded charm, love that leaves a quiet harm. She's the storm dressed as grace, in the mirror stranger's face. You'd never guess it, all the while there are crimes behind a smile. A smile. She burns her name in letters that no one dared to read, buried trust in velvet boxes with all her dirty deeds. The courtroom's in her memory, but the jury's gone to sleep. She walks free by morning, with secrets she will keep. Behind her lips a prison door, she sinned in silence, begged for more. And every step on marble floors still echoes crimes she can't ignore. There are crimes behind a smile, truth is bleeding all the while. She wears guilt like diamond rings, and life's dressed up as finer things. She's the mask of perfect grace, with a ghost in every trace. You'd never guess beneath her style there are crimes behind a smile. A smile. Not every villain looks like one, sometimes they shine just like the sun. But when the night begins to howl, her innocence comes undone. There are crimes behind a smile, every step another trial. She's the queen of sweet deceit, dancing with her own defeat. So beware the charm, the eyes, the lips, truth dies between her fingertips. You'll never know she's on trial for the crimes behind a smile. Boots on fire, dust in a just want a name, so I'll love my shadow. I sleep with the light. One last breath beneath our long skies. Forgiveness don't ride where the cuts belong. I'm wanted by midnight and night long. A handshake in the elevator, a smile sharper than a blade. He starts to deal like a savior, but his soul's already paid. Behind the glass and leather skin, lies a war you'll never win. In every file, a whispered cry, disguised in dollar signs. He wears a suit like a second skin, but what he hides bleeds from within. There's blood on the briefcase, it red. Truth was murdered, silence fed. Every contract a silent scream, buried deep beneath the drain. Behind the tired power face, looks a man time can erase. You can't wash off the trace of blood on the briefcase. The blood on the briefcase. The boardroom lights cold as chrome. He builds his empire out of bone. One pen stroke seals a fate, one laptop seals his hate. It's he knew too much, spoke too loud. Now a name's lost in the cloud, but a ghost walks every floor, where secrets gain the marble door. He catches wind from the graves. In this game no soul is safe. There's blood on the briefcase, ink and red. Truth was murdered, silence fed. Every contract trapped a silent cause. Truth is dying in the halls. The unsuccess behind the praise is a man the mirror will face. You can't escape the place with blood on the briefcase. No bullets on the briefcase. No bullets, no screams, just broken dreams and a fountain pen that bleeds. None of the killer holds a knife, so just sigh away your life. There's blood on the briefcase, stain won't dry. Even angels not to buy. In the vault of sins he keeps, even gold begins to weep. He's a legend they erase with a bulletproof briefcase, but the guilt will still embrace the blood on the briefcase. He moved like wind through shattered sleep, a shadow where the stillness weeps. No sound, no name, no heavy breath, just quiet steps that whispered death. He didn't steal the gold or time, not diamond rings nor lullaby. He came for peace that lived within and left the noise beneath my skin. He's the thief who stole silence, took the calm from my chest, turned my nights into riots, left no light, left no rest. No alarm, just a feeling, like a scream without end. He's the thief who stole silence, and I'll never hear peace again. He didn't break the window glass, he slipped in like a haunted past. Unfolded words I'd locked away, then left them scattered in dismay. The quiet world I used to know now hums with things I shouldn't show. He planted echoes in my mind that boom like noise I can't unwind. He's the thief who stole silence,
left no fingerprints behind. But I hear him in sirens that live under my spine. No change, just the chaos of a stillness now slain. He's the thief who stole silence, and I'll never be whole again. Silent room, there's static in the moon, a hum beneath the floor where peace lived before. He's the thief who stole silence, a ghost with a clever touch, tore the hush from my island with hands that don't rush. Now I speak without quiet, and I breathe through the noise. He's the thief who stole silence, and silence was my voice. You wear the truth, my borrowed skin, polished smile, dressed to win. Every word a loaded game, every vow a hidden flame. I watch you speak in silver lines, but behind those eyes landmines. You promised love, you swore on skies, but built a world on quiet lies. I shot the questions through your grace, but truth's just ricocheted off your face. These are bulletproof lies. They shine, they blind, they hypnotize. No truth can break the armor you wear. No wound can reach the heart you spare. You fooled the world, you fooled the skies with your beautiful bulletproof lies. You never flinched, never confessed. Turn my doubt into your test. Played the victim with such ease, while hiding knives beneath your sleeves. I traced your steps in empty rooms, found echoes trapped in sweet perfumes. But every answer that I tried was buried under truths you tied. I screamed your name into the dark, but silence wore your watermark. These are bulletproof lies. They shine, they blind, they hypnotize. No truth can break the armor you wear. No wound can reach the heart you spare. You fooled the world, you fooled the skies with your beautiful bulletproof lies. You never flinched, never confessed. Turned my doubt into your test. Played the victim with such ease, while hiding knives beneath your sleeves. I traced your steps in empty rooms, found echoes trapped in sweet perfumes. But every answer that I tried was buried under truths you tied. I screamed your name into the dark, but silence wore your watermark. These are bulletproof lies, too smooth, too sharp, too well disguised. Even fire turns back from your gates, even time forgets to wait. You built a kingdom none defies, from perfect bulletproof lies. Now I know the way you win is never letting me get in. You smile, you swear, you never cry, but inside even shadows die. These are bulletproof lies. Untouched by tears, immune to goodbyes. The truth survives your crafted maze. No moments in that empty praise. So go where you're from and never apologize. You live behind your bulletproof lies.
memories. Each one speaks inside of these. The world out there forgot me well, but I still breathe, and I still tell. These are whispers from the cell, stories time won't ever sell. Truths too raw, too dark to write, confessed alone in sleepless nights. Not every sinner's born to fail, some just broke where silence fell. So I send these whispers from the cell. My voice is soft, the walls are cold. This prison knows what I withhold. A name I loved, a line I crossed, a life undone, a moment lost. I see her face in peeling pain. She once believed I was insane. Now all I hold is echoes deep that haunt the cracks while I can't sleep. These are whispers from the cell, where I fell when no one tells. Because walk by, they never hear the way I carry it right here. I talk to ghosts that time won't quell, and write in dust what I can't yell. The world out there froze from in the cell. No letter sent, no window wide, no justice left, just what's inside. But still I speak beneath my breath to fight the silence of this death. Not every sinner's from the cell of guilt too deep for any bell. If walls could bleed, if stone could cry, they tell you who and they tell why. But I remain where echoes dwell, a broken land with tales to spell. Just one more whisper from the cell.
I wish you where the city breathes in alleys soaked with broken dreams. The night was loud, but hearts were hushed, and truth was trembling on my tongue. You wore red lips like loaded guns. I wore my guilt like setting suns, and in that flash of colored haze, I knew I couldn't hide my face. So I leaned in close with shaking hands, told you things I never planned. This is my confession under neon lights, where shadows blur the wrong and right, where love's a crime and lies are cheap, like pain still waits when no one sleeps. I felt the truth in glowing skies, with glass and veins and tear-stained eyes. I broke beneath your silent eyes, my confession under neon lights. We danced around the things I did. You smiled like you already did. The truth I kept behind my grin. The night you left, I let her in. I said your name, but in regret, I wore my guilt like setting suns, and in that flash of colored haze, I knew I couldn't hide my face. So I leaned in close with shaking hands, told you things I never planned. This is my confession under neon lights, where shadows blur the wrong and right, where love's a crime and lies are cheap, where pain still waits when no one sleeps. So I leaned in close with shaking hands, told you neon lights, where you get in close. Neon lights. So I leaned in close with shaking hands, told you things I never planned. This is my confession under neon lights, where shadows blur the wrong and right, where love's a crime and lies are cheap, but I still laugh when faced with you. You didn't cry, you didn't speak, but I still shattered at your feet. This was my confession. walking under neon lights. We used to speak in softer tones, hands like shelter, hearts like home. Now every word's a loaded breath, every glance falls close to death. We sit in silence side by side, but something cold is in the light. Not rage, not hate, not quite distrust, but there's a gun between us. There's a gun between us without a sound. It keeps our hearts from turning around. We used to fight the world as one, now we flinch beneath the sun. No one pulled the trigger yet, but the safety's off and we both fight. There's no love strong enough to hide the gun between us. I still remember how you laughed. Now every smile feels cut in half. The truth that's bleeding in your eyes. Every glance walks close to death. We sit in silence side by side, but something cold is in the light. Not rage, not hate, not quite distrust, but there's a gun between us. There's a gun between us, no one speaks, but silence now is sharp and free. We walk on glass with every step, still counting things we both regret. The love we had is lost in dust, and there's no trust, just a gun between us. Between us without a sound, into silence now is sharp and sleek. We walk on glass with every step, still counting things we both regret. The love we had said I could run, I'm staring down the setting sun. You so close, so we adjust to hide the gun between us. A gun between us. Yours or is it mine? Who brought the fear into the line? Is it words we didn't say, or the nights we looked away? There's a gun between us, silver cold. It guards the secrets we don't hold. And though I wish that I could run, I'm staring down the setting sun. We used to kiss, now we are just to touch the shadow, touch the dust. No tears, no touch, just a gun between us. Boots in the dust, breathe in the cold. Name on the list, story unfold. Left a trail in a burning town. Now I ride with the sun going down. Eyes in the rearview, ghosts in my lane. Wearing my silence like a chain. I'm not a killer, not quite a saint, but mercy don't know my name. I'm the shadow of a fugitive, living in places where no one forgives. A whisper lost in canyon winds, chased by time and past and sins. No home, no face to call my own, just roads that ache and skies that groan. The night won't sleep, the law won't give. I'm the shadow of a fugitive. Don't forget the fences talk, and wanted posters never walk. I once had love, she wore white rain. Now I just dream in shades of blame. The best don't care about the why, only the truth I very dry. One wrong move, one breath too loud, and I'm a name read out to the crowd. I'm the shadow of a fugitive, living in places where no one forgives. A whisper lost in canyon winds, chased by time and past and sins. No home, no face to call my own, just roads that ache and skies that groan. The night won't sleep, the law won't give. I'm the shadow of a fugitive.
fences talk, and wanted posters never walk. I once had love, she wore white rain. Now I just dream in shades of blame. The best don't care about the why, only the truth are very dry. One wrong move, one breath too loud, and I'm a name read out to the crowd. I'm the shadow of a fugitive, running from what I couldn't forgive. Each step a trial, each mile a prayer, each night a cross I'd come to wear. The sun don't rise, it only burns, and every corner's a lesson learned. No peace, no sleep, no way to live, just the shadows of a fugitive. If I could go back, would I stand or flee? Would I still carry what's left of me? But time don't bend and guilt don't lie, so I keep moving till I die. I'm the shadow of a fugitive. Truth is gone and lies won't forgive. I'm breathing silence, speaking smoke. I ride the edge where spirits move. Don't build a grave, don't write my name, just let me vanish with the blame. A ghost with nothing left to give but the shadows of a fugitive. I didn't pull the trigger, but I held the door. I didn't light the fire, but I watched it roar. They asked me where I was the night the city cried, and I gave them silence dressed as a lie. She swore she saw me hold my 10, so they let me go again. But I know the price of my alibi is every night I cannot cry. A lie that bought me one more day, but stole my sleep and bled my way. She saved me with a trembling voice, but now I live without a choice. Truth locked behind a fading sky, that's the price of my alibi. The world believes in paper signed, but ink can't wash away the crime. Her eyes still shake when I walk in, as if she knows where I have been. We eat in quiet side by side, while guilt eats everything inside. And though I'm free by legal name, my soul still lives beneath the shame. She sleeps, but never dreams too deep, afraid of secrets I might keep. She knows the price of my alibi is every night I cannot cry. A lie that bought me one more day, but stole my sleep and bled my way. She saved me with a trembling voice, but now I live without a choice. Truth locked behind a fade of sound, that's the price of my alibi. The world believes in paper signed, but ink can't wash away the crime. Her eyes still shake when I'm the fading sky. That's the price of my alibi, but stole my alibi. The world believes in paper signs, but ink can't wash away the crime. Her eyes still shake when I walk in, as if she knows where I'd be. The world believes in paper signed, my alibi. The world believes in paper signed, but ink can't wash away the cry. Her eye that bought me one more day, but stole my sleep and bled my way. She saved me with a trembling voice, but now I live without a choice. Truth locked